14 years old.
Selling real and Chevy.
Propagating truth in a world of lies. You are listening to the JohnAge Project.
Trust no one. Trust no one. Trust no one.
You found it. You're here. You're headlong down the runaway train that is the AnomicAge. I'm your host, JohnAge. Happy to be back with you once again in the wee hours of the AM, almost. Hailing proudly from the coastal plains of the old North State, I will be your tour guide this evening as we take a somewhat satirical journey down the path of murder, destruction, mayhem, and the extermination of human life on this planet. A forced march into obsolescence thrust upon us by a global satanic death cult of pedophiles. Check out AnomicAge.com if you've not already done so. Please like all the likes. Subscribe to all the subscriptions. PayPal.me/AnomicAge. Patreon.com/AnomicAge as well. Those are the best two ways that you can possibly follow me, support this show, and do anything even close to righteous in the show realm of this broadcast. Title of tonight's episode is Idle Distractions, and we're going to get into it, deep into the pool. Just kick it off. Some obvious stuff I wanted to get into this evening, if that's at all possible. It doesn't appear that it's possible, but we're going to see if we can do it anyway. What do you think? We're just going to try. Let me just see if we can do it anyway. I bet a nickel we can. I don't know, but I'd be willing to bet a goddamn nickel that we can do it. I knew we could do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans of all ages. Those of you who still identified as human, I knew that we could get the job done. I just knew it in my heart, soul, and mind, and body, and spirit. That's exactly what we were trying to get into. That's it. I mean, heavens to Betsy, that's it. So we're going to do just that, folks. We're going to jump in, and we're going to actually cover some of this news that's been grating on my nerves and possibly yours for quite a while now. So the obvious stuff is this little ditty. I don't know why anyone even cares about this mental midget boob, but I'm sure someone does. Howard Stern has been kicked out of, off of, or is just no longer part of Sirius satellite radio after 20 years and darn near 40 on the airwaves, 20 of which are with Sirius. Old Howie, the dirtbag Stern, wig and all, is going to be gone from Sirius, I guess. So, I mean, I can't... Well, there's a lot of other slime balls out there. But old Howard Stern, I guess, won't be on Sirius anymore, so that's going to leave a lot of people in a lurch. But what about this one? Because this one's going to really upset some people, too. CBN, you guessed it, the Christian Broadcasting Network's covering this one. Everyone's feed was just in a wash with this individual. Let me pull this down, because this is starting to really hack my brain here. Was really just in a wash with this individual. Boy, it's pretty scary stuff, I gotta tell you. Pretty scary stuff. So this creature, Cynthia Erovo. Good grief. Whew. It's hard to be a nice person. You know, it is. It really is. That's it. That's exactly what we're going for. Thank you. Thank you, dear Lord Jesus. Thank you for this help in this time of eternal suffering. Yeah. Thank you, Lord. So Cynthia Erovo This demonic creature. What is the deal? I got to ask somebody. Maybe other people know this that's far more astute than myself. There just seems to be this thing. I'm not sure what it is because I've seen these unattractive black women with shaved heads on ESPN, and I know there's one in Congress, I believe, and you got Cynthia here. What's the deal? I'm just trying to figure it out myself. Maybe someone could speak to what's up with these unattractive black women shaving their heads and looking like demonic creatures. I mean, Cynthia, by far and away, the most demonic looking of these creatures, because she's going full bore with the nails and whatever the piercing thing is. I don't know if this is some sort of transformer or if this is a true woman. I don't really know. But I know this creature and Adam Lambert, you know, the washed up American Idol boob from like 20 years ago. The gay guy that's, of course, looks like a woman, but's a dude and whatever. That whole thing. So these two creatures are doing the Jesus Christ Superstar thing. Let me see if I can find this Adam Lambert bit. No, they don't even have Adam on the billing here. Oh, that's a shame. Well, if you look, well, maybe this one's just going to show you the image. I don't want to see it. No, I don't want to see it. Anyway, I guess they're not giving Adam his due because he's in this whole mess too. Just throwing it out there, Adam. You need to get some better publicity on this thing because, I mean, this creature's taking the limelight. You need some creature comforts too. You know what I'm talking about? So, there's that. Let me go back over here. There we go. What the freaky dog, you satanic demon, you. I bet I can fix it. That's what we're looking for. Holy shnikes. I love that I spend a lot of time on the show prep and then the show inevitably, you know, turns into me doing the editing live because something goes to complete turds. Isn't that fun? Back to this. I really want to delve into this a little bit more deep into the pool, though, because there's so much to unpack. Let me kick it off with the so much to unpack that we have not yet covered with there's aliens a-coming. According to some sort of Harvard scientist who's, of course, getting a lot of government funding, and I guess he's the person de jour that they've chosen to be the spokesperson to inform us that the aliens are coming, I guess. Because even though all of science has poo-pooed anything paranormal for the last 100 years, giving it the Twilight Zone music, the X-Files music, oh, it's swamp gas, oh, it's your imagination, oh, it's shadows, you know, the usual suspect garbage. Even though they've done that, you know, easily since I've been on this planet, all of a sudden, you know, this is a harbinger for some B to the S coming down the pike. All of a sudden, there's going to be a pike pun coming up. You'll catch it in a minute. All of a sudden, they're clamoring to tell you that aliens could be on the way because there's some sort of comet. There's a comet that this guy believes could have intelligent control behind it. Yes. It's like the Hale-Bopp comet, but different. You know, like the Halley's comet, but different, you know. So I don't know when this thing's supposed to come. Hopefully it's going to hit the world and just obliterate us into a billion pieces sometime while I'm sleeping tonight. But that's coming, I guess. And the Harvard scientist is chosen to give us the good news. Ain't it great? So that's coming. So that's kind of why I have the celestial spheres in the background of the hand that is, of course, lending the light to the Sydney Sweeney cover-up? What? This one gives me a giggle because Sydney Sweeney has been the darling of the right for the last week and a half, perhaps 2 weeks. I can't remember when this whole thing started. Anyway, when the AmericanEagle ad campaign went forth and the stocks soared and the commie fruit bats with the nose rings and the bull ring piercings and the whole 9 yards and the purple hair and the looking like dudes but they're chicks, you know, the usual deal. They just went into hysterics. All the bipedal walrus that were, I guess, previous cover entities on a lot of these ad campaigns just took to the streets and the social media. I take it back. Not the streets. They're not walking a lot. They took to social media to just land blast and blaspheme and just tear Sydney Sweeney down. It tugged at the heartstrings of many. And everybody right of Mao was quick to pick her up and just put her on our shoulders and carry her across the threshold of conservatism. I cried a little until I realized this was all a sham, a con, a hustle, and a dodge, like always, folks. Get serious. Did you not know that? Did you not see that? Did you not expect that? Take me back to Morals and Dogma, 1871. Whenever people need a hero, we shall supply him, or I guess in this case, her. So that's Albert Pike. That's Morals and Dogma. Yeah, that's the head of the Illuminati, in case you missed that somehow, right? I'm going to do a whole nother numbers game and run down the Illuminati by the numbers because it's too hilarious. You got Morals and Dogma, 1871. You got the... Oh, my goodness. Not 1871. I'm mistaken, I do believe. Yeah, I'm not mistaken. 1871. Anyway. So you got Mr. 33rd degree. You know that's me. Albert Pike taking the mic. You got that guy. Coming forward and telling you what you already know. That all the world is a stage and we're just actors upon it. Or at least they are. The proverbial they. Who is they? Indeed. Oh, man, it's so good. It's beautiful outside right now. It's pouring rain. The sucky heat has just at least subsided a little bit here in the coastal plain of the Old North State. I'm pleased as punch. I wish I could just go outside and splash around. But we got to cover this Sydney Sweeney thing, don't we? So bottom line here, folks, in case you missed it, like, of course, this is a hustle, a dodge, a scam, and a con. This is obviously just another prop of the upper tier puppeteers. Did you not know that? Did you not know that? So they've been rolling this out and setting this up for a while, folks, because they had her working on a car in videos like a year ago. They had her shooting guns in videos recently, too. And then the coup de grace to really fan the flames of the right-left paradigm of the Bears versus the Cowboys, the Reds versus the Pirates, like the Lakers versus the Celtics, the same old garbage, folks. Finally, they came out and revealed, holy shnikes, she's a registered Republican in Florida. I can't believe it. And then right on cue, pun intended for all those dopes out there, everyone on the right was just enamored with the lovely Sydney Sweeney. So don't get me wrong, like, attractive young lady, far better than the Walry people, far better than the trannies, far better than most of the other mess that you could at least find something good about it. I mean, I guess. Also, just in case you missed it, the same chick that's done like countless nude scenes and all the others in these questionable shows, series, movies, and the like. Not throwing shade, I'm just throwing facts, folks. So, I mean, not exactly the second coming of the Virgin Mary is what I'm saying. So take that with what you will. And then, of course, right on cue, keep throwing those puns at them, huh? Maybe they'll go away. Right on cue for all those Q-tards, there's the information. I mean, this isn't even hidden information. This is like obvious information, which is why I put it on the show cover art for this episode. There's plenty of evidence that she's doing the covered eye thing. And, you know, this is just one of them. There's several others where she's covering an eye, where she's depicted as a puppet in some ad campaign, where she's even doing the shush thing. Oh, it's MK Ultra mind control, John. Didn't you know? That's just a... Yeah, whatever. And then I can't believe they don't have her doing a triangle somewhere while she's sitting down, you know? Whatever. Just don't care, folks. I mean, this isn't mind-breaking nor mind-bending. This is just mind-numbing, to be quite honest. This is obvious stuff. But you got the usual suspects on the right about to have a conniption fit that she's like the second coming of Trump or something. And then you've got the morons on the left, about to eat their soup here that she's not, big fat tranny or something. This is really wild. So you got that going on. Good grief. Oh, my heavens to Betsy. There was something else I was going to show before I got into the obvious, but I won't. I think we're good. We'll just jump into the realness. So, just sort of while you were sleeping, the idle distractions, title of tonight's episode, because we are too fixated, fascinated, and otherwise enthralled with all the idols. Idol worship, folks. That's what we're doing. 8 days a week and twice on Sunday. That's why you got everybody right a mile about to have a stroke because they figured out that Trump's not the guy. I can't believe anyone thought he was the guy. Good grief. I mean, if you didn't know he was the guy, the 100 million Miriam Adelson should have been a clue. And if that wasn't enough, the don't worry about it. It's the vaccine. It's going to save you. Just take this vaccine. It's great. Operation Warp Speed. Or letting all those people just twist in the wind of the January 6th variety. Could have stopped all that day one. Called in the freaking Marines and shut the whole thing down. Didn't happen, did it? And then you got people making excuses. He didn't know about the... good grief. That's why he didn't want the stuff released, because it was going to upset his wife, because his wife was in there and she wasn't really in there, but they were going to make it seem like she was in there. And goodness, man. Me and a friend of mine have a real problem with the scumbags of the world, the friends and the like, just making excuses. Everybody wants to throw excuses out there instead of just stepping up to the plate and saying, yo, I made a mistake. No, it's just more excuses. It's more pandering. It's more, it's still 25-degree chest, the sealed indictments, the Q, the JFK's son, and it's the whole thing is just the height of comedy. Goodness gracious. Speak about the height of comedy. Before I go full Trump bore, I got to throw this out there too, because this is what makes me laugh more than anything now, is the videos online where anybody and everybody who was even remotely in passing or possibly construed as a sex symbol in the last 100 years is a dude. That's the newest thing. Well, it's not even new anymore. I'm just covering it because quite frankly, it's kind of dumb and annoying. So anybody, just name a person and they're really a dude. I guarantee you're going to find a video where somebody's pulling out evidence and stuff out of there that's going to substantiate that this person is a dude. Sydney Sweeney is the latest one that I just saw. She's really a guy. Everybody's a guy. I swear. I don't think there's any women on the planet at this point because everybody's a guy, apparently. I find this more humorous than everybody's a lizard person. I really do. Everybody's a guy is more humorous than that, by far. And here's the other one I want to talk about real quick before we go. Because there's the everyone's a guy angle, and then there's the other one. Everybody that's dead is actually alive and, in fact, a different person. They're playing a different role. And again, it doesn't matter who you choose. It could be the most obscure celebrity ever. If they die, buddy, they're really alive and well as somebody else right now. And here's the same scar. It's the same lip. And every picture, it's the split screen, and they've pulled whatever image up, and guarantee it. Same thing with the ladies, man. No matter who it is that you ever thought in your lifetime as being attractive, they were really a freaking dude, okay? No matter what the celebrity is, if they're dead, forget about it, buddy. They are not really dead. They fake their death and they're really somebody else. They've really regressed in age like 20 years and turned into an actor in his 20s or what have you. I mean, just look this stuff up if you want to get a good chuckle because, I mean, just when you think the stupidity can't get any more stupid. That's why I laugh, because everybody still wants to poke fun at the ghosts and aliens and Bigfoot and the like. Folks, that is about as tame as you can come up with nowadays. I really think that's the tamest thing you can come up with. Because we have jumped the shark into the world's not round, everybody's somebody else, and every chick's a dude. Like, and people wonder why. You know, people are just black-pilled to death and just done. That's me. I'm just done. That's why I'm praying for this comet to hit us. I hope the comet hits at the same time as the tsunami hits, at the same time as the flooding hits, at the same time as the hurricanes hit, at the same time as the tornadoes hit, at the same time as the wildfires hit, at the same time the cresting of the nukes from Russia and China all hit. Please let that be today. End it. Please, just end it. My goodness. But that's not what I wanted to get into. Not what I wanted to get into. That's too humorous, I know. But what we should really discuss is while you were sleeping, while you were idly amused, the real elephant in the room was the test case for the lunacy of all test cases. And people are once again blaming the fact that, well, you know, Trump just didn't know that this was about to be passed. Folks, please don't be that stupid. I just can't even take it anymore. So DHS, this was like 72 hours ago, about 3 days ago, maybe a little more, a little less, doesn't matter. DHS came out and was admitting that they were going to withhold FEMA funds, and not just that, but like all state funds from any state, city, municipality, village, hamlet even, whatever, if you were boycotting the great Israel, that they were going to withhold funds from you. So if you were one of the aforementioned disaster people that I just prayed would happen tonight, that if you were one of those people, and I guess if your hamlet dared to question the greatness, the unmitigated, unquestionable, just mind-shattering all of awesome that is the made-up state of Israel that didn't exist until the 1940s, late 1940s. If you dare to question their supremacy over all things terrestrial, heavenly, interdimensional, and beyond, and boycott anything Israel, then just like that, DHS would swoop in and not fund you for your house getting blown away in a tornado, for your entire city's water supply to be decimated in a wildfire. None of this would be happening because you besmirch the great name of Netanyahu. Okay? And of course, you know, a few hours after this broke the news, you had all the apologists. Well, Trump just didn't know. And then Trump backtracked as well. We've removed this language from the bill. Folks, you can't be that dumb, can you? This is testing the waters. This is the Patriot Act. This is the TSA in the airports. This is the body scanners. This is all the post 9/11 world that you lived through and are still living in because no one stood up against the trash. This is the post-COVID world where you have to walk around like flowers for Algernon through the blipping store with your face diaper on, 6 feet apart, looking like some sort of hypochondriac cancer patient. This was a test to see how gullible, stupid, and worthless you were that you wouldn't react. This wasn't an accident. This was testing the waters. This was Ted Bundy saying, would you mind helping me with my groceries? My arms hurt. This is Jeffrey Dahmer saying, you want to come back to my place? I think I've got some beers. We could have a nice night just sitting around talking. This was testing the waters, folks. This was every pedophile on earth's play as they put their arm around some unsuspecting child. This is testing the waters to see if you'd react. Thankfully, I guess the only person to react was Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was also the only person that questioned Palantir in the big, beautiful bill of bull, folks. And I'm not even lauding her as some sort of great demigod of greatness, some conservative queen. I'm just saying at least she's given lip service to logic. Everybody else is just whistling past the graveyard and jumping in the back seat with Ted Bundy, folks. That's where we're at. So while you were just stupefied with Sydney Sweeney's great genes, while you were worried about Howard Stern's radio career, while you were pondering what's going on with the aliens and pontificating Jesus Christ Superstar and the demonic cast of crud that currently represents that monstrosity, this was what was actually going on in plain view. Hidden in plain sight as always. Don't run, we are your friends. Usurping the freedom of speech under the guise of make Israel great for eternity. So let me break this down for you. This is taxpayer money. This was money extorted out of the American populace at the barrel of a gun. And they're saying to you, bleep off, go kick rocks with flip-flops if you have besmirched the great Israel, some bleep hole smaller than frickin'... Keep it real, trying to keep it calm. Smaller than New Jersey that most people couldn't find on a map. Some bleep hole in the Middle East that don't make diddly squat to any of us. So if you besmirch this great state that was created in 1948, then you don't get any help from the federal government. This is like withholding the love to your child because you don't like what they're wearing today or something. Oh, well, I'm not going to give you a hug today because you're wearing a jacket I don't like. This is the sick mentality of this fouled up country and the demigods and oligarchs that are running it. It ain't make America great again, folks. If it were, then these people wouldn't have dual citizenship and have any public office, even dog catcher. If it was, then no one would be taking campaign contributions from these individuals that are clearly representing loyalties other than this nation. If it was, I wouldn't even be having this conversation, and they wouldn't be testing the waters to see what they could get away with. This is so hilarious. So comical on so many levels, folks. Really is. It's funny, but it's just downright nauseating. But don't worry, because, you know, you're either with us or you're with the terrorists. AKA, you're either with us, the Israel love lobby, or I guess you just don't get any love in America anymore. No one on the right will be your friend. You won't get any monies. Oh, we've changed the language, John. You see, that was just a little slippy slip. We didn't mean to let that one make the public prayer view. Sorry, someone caught us in the act. You know what I'm saying? Like you come home and your significant others making dinner with someone else. I'm cleaning this up considerably. But don't worry, you're supposed to just let it go. You're supposed to be like, oh, well, it's no big deal. You're just making dinner with someone else. It's not like you're having an affair or anything. You caught us. Sorry. We won't do that again. Downright silly, isn't it, folks? But don't worry, stay distracted. Keep worshiping your idols. Stay idly distracted and just sit idly by as the country goes to poo-poos. And I'm not here to tell you what to do-dos either, because I don't think there is anything to do, folks. You're not going to vote your way out of this. There's not going to be a peaceful resolution for this. Trump is not your demigod, your savior, or even your American first president. Good grief. And now all of social media has forgotten the DHS FEMA thing, and they're up to showing just countless clips of just snarky little bits with Trump in the media. Oh, isn't his press secretary just great? Let's show some more, on the verge of sensual pictures of her. She's got a athletic top on. Oh, she's wearing this, that, and the other. Oh, isn't she just the greatest press secretary in the world? Oh, isn't this just great? Oh, look at Bongino's just awash with these files. He's so upset about it. They just feed you the most bottom-rung moronic dribble that you're just supposed to Pavlovianly follow and just parrot. And then the real news doesn't really make the real news, but for maybe like a millisecond or a half cycle, only picked up by the non-mainstream media, most of which, I got to break it for you folks, are all just mockingbird boobs. I'm not going to attack anybody personally, but there's a heck of a lot of people out there in the not-so-mainstream media that might as well be PBS because it's light on the P, heavy on the BS. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we're getting from most of the alt media right about now. I'm not going to name any names or shot call anybody. I'm just telling you the obvious. You can't do everything, but you can do something. Get out there, do your part, make a difference. I'll be seeing you sooner than later in the AnomicAge.
Thank you for listening to the AnomicAge, a JohnAge project. For past shows, further info, and to comment, go to AnomicAge.com. That's AnomicAge.com. Till next time, thank you for listening to the AnomicAge.